Hello. My old, oops, that's probably loud. My old, uh, how to do all bosses radiant video. Um, I wasn't very good back then. My videos sucked back then, they still suck now. But I think that I can definitely make a much better one. Okay, Gruzmother. Very easy boss. But basically, you just gotta be watching out for the attacks. You know, you just go over, go to the next platform, you know? And when you run out of room, just go right over top. Or just dash straight through her. You know? See? She's very, very easy to hit. Doesn't really need too much of a tutorial. And when you're right under her, just spam spells. See? Basically, yeah, you're just gonna want to, you know, like you're just gonna want to just keep up, just wait, just being patient, honestly, being patient and just pogo, and use fireball when they're in the air. You can get double hits as well. Like it's not really this fight's not a big deal. You know, you jump over, get a hit in, fireball. Don't get super greedy. Just you want to focus mainly on the boss, not their little spawns. You'll have time to kill probably one before, they'll scream and then they'll spawn one, then you kill one, and then you wait for them to do a swoop attack or whatever they're gonna do next. Likely they're gonna do a swoop attack. All right, now for Moloch. Moloch's interesting. Actually, I don't have the right build. Anyways, yeah, so failed champion. You really just want to stick to the walls, you know, you stick here, and he will do a maximum of 3 of his attacks each. Every time. Whether it's the wave attack, doesn't matter. And you just run from one side of the arena to the other. And for this one, you want to dream nail him 3 times. Hit him. Shriek, shriek, shriek. And you try to get a quick kill on him. And you're going to want to just keep doing this, and, you know, and then his health will be obliterated. And then you don't have to even worry about fighting him anymore. And then just like that, he's basically dead. And that's really all there is to this fight. You can just straight up cheese it. I don't see why you wouldn't do this. Is your honor getting in the way or something? This fight, I hate it. It's really hard, but it's not that hard once you get it done. Hornet is very self-explanatory. You just get in pretty close, and really, if you hit her 6 times, if you hit her 6 times in the span of 11 seconds, If you hit her 6 times in a span of 11 seconds after she's been staggered, she'll stagger immediately. But it, but if you don't get her within that 11 seconds, she'll take 11 hits to stagger, which is how long she normally takes to stagger. But really, you just hit her and then just go from one side and then just really try to get double hits on her. Yeah, no, I only did Ascended, but doesn't matter. I did Ascended hit. Alright, now Hornet Sentinel. Hornet Sentinel is a much bigger problem than just Hornet. You want to focus on pogoing her as she's doing her attacks. Like this one, you pogo. This one, you pogo. This one, you get a double. You can get a double hit on her. You can get a double hit with a fireball. I'm sorry. I didn't even shoot that direction. Whatever. Anyways. And really, you could just keep on getting double hits on her. And she becomes kind of this trivial fight, almost. And you just gotta prioritize kind of staying close to her, and then when you need to do that, just wait for her to do an attack away from you, and then you use a fireball in the direction that she's moving, and then she'll get double hit by a fireball. Alright. Massive Moss Charger. A lot of people say that just doing the spam strats like that will work. I don't like that strat. So my strategy instead is to, if he'll do it, is to do this and then use a fireball. It's much safer. It's a lot safer. It's a lot better. Like, it gives like a guaranteed win every time. So like, why even risk your life? Or you can just keep on doing this. Oh, this is a little bit difficult for new players. So. Alright. Fluke Marm. Really a easy boss. With this build, you just can just kind of spam it. And then you're perfectly fine. This one's very easy. It's very simple, you know. You just kind of jump over the attacks. You can get a double hit on there as well. You really don't even need dash for this fight. Oh, you don't need dash for any fight, but and for this one, really, you just hit. You can Abyss Streak there, destroy her health. Boop. And yeah, you just... And really, you just continue to dodge the attacks like this, and then... victory comes easy. If I'm... Most of the movement here feels normal to me. But, so you can study how I'm fighting the boss, I suppose. Yeah, for all the fights. But yeah, you just pogo, hit, pogo, hit, pogo, hit, pogo, hit. It's really easy. Anyways, this fight's a little different. Not that much harder than Mantis Lords, but Sisters of Battle can be a slight issue if you don't have the normal strats for this. Like, you just gotta... You really just gotta focus on the boss, you know. Probably shouldn't use any spells in this one like I'm doing, because that's a bad idea. Just, like, save your spells for the next one. So, don't. So, do as I say, not as I do, I guess, type thing. And dive is a very, very powerful asset here. You're going to want to stay right in the middle here. Otherwise, when they come down for like one of the dash attacks, the game does not recognize that you're there. So they'll actually just come down right on top of you, and you physically can't dodge it. There's nothing you could do. And you could just like spam dive here, and do a ton of damage. Really, that's just the funnest strat, honestly. And strat most people often just like don't use for some reason, not sure why, but is the jump pogo strat. So you press jump and pogo at the exact same time. And that can let you jump over an attack extra fast. Like, let's say they're dashing at you, and then you jump pogo, so you get the jump speed and the pogo speed both combined, so then you jump higher, up much faster, and you can dodge easier. Blobbles. The bane of everyone's existence. Blobbles can be a decently difficult fight if you don't know how to fight them. If you know what I mean? They do have a pattern. You just kind of got to look for it. Like, they definitely have a readable pattern. It's just a little difficult to find. And really, nail arts are just your saving grace here. Like, but once you understand the fight, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, shrieks are a little risky here. I'd say the best bet that you have would definitely be just hitting them with fireball, because of the fact that they just like because of the fact that they get double hit all the time. So you kind of just like hit them, run to the other side, and use a bunch of fireballs. Like, you just hit, like, they're coming, then you hit them, run over, use a bunch of fireballs, and just obliterate them. Hive Knight. I have a couple of pretty good strats for Hive Knight that people just do not know. Most pros don't even know. But for this one, if you stand perfectly still, the only problem with the attack is that, like, if you stand still where one isn't going to hit you, the other ones aren't going to hit you. The only problem with it is if he jumps on top of you. And if he's going to do that, then yeah, just like... And when he spits out the bees, like right here, I'll be perfectly fine here. See? And you're just going to want to jump, Like, you want to jump, and then he'll be right over top of you, and you hit. Like, when he does his little tiny swing attack, yeah, you just want to... He follows where you are, so if you jump up, he's going to spawn, like, right here, and then you hit him, and then you're fine. Alright, Broken Vessel. Compass helps big time here, so don't... What the... For this one, really, double hits are really easy to get on Broken Vessel. I don't know why that wasn't a double hit. But really, you like, and when he does this attack, it's just free win right there. Like, you just hit him, and there's like spam dive. He just dies so quickly. The reason why I'm using Defender's Crest is because the ghosts die the instant they touch it. They get close to you. That's why I'm using it. Lost Kin is a much harder boss to fight than Broken Vessel, given that Broken Vessel is one of the easiest bosses in the game, and Lost Kin is one of the hardest bosses in the game. When I say one of the, I mean top 10. And yeah, you just gotta wait for him to like be like dashing away from you type thing, and then you can get quite a few double hits on him. Why did you not take damage there? And no, he, like, really, you just, like, when he is staggered, you just gotta kill 2 ghosts. And then just, like, wait for him to come back. Like, you just wait, hit 2, boop. Yeah, you really gotta prioritize the ghosts over him, because they can get in the way. And Fireball is just so good here. I say as I use Descending Dark. Anyways. Descending Dark and Fireball are the best here. Don't use Abyss Shriek. If you use Abyss Shriek, you're gonna die. Okay. Now, Nosk is, without his little floor here, can be a bit of a problem. But, really, like, you just gotta wait. And the second one always is the same distance away from him. So you just gotta learn what that distance is. Right here. The second little gap in his little spitties. And really, you just gotta know what all his little gaps and everything like that are. Like, and for this, you can just do a shriek while he's up in the ceiling. And then, boom, he's dead. By the moment he does his first jump into the ceiling, he's already dead. You just gotta prioritize jumping over him and just poking while you do that. And then use some spells to get some extra damage when he's far away. Wing Nosk is a little different. I wouldn't say harder than Nosk. I wouldn't say she's harder than Nosk, but some people might. Yeah, no, with Wing Nosk, you literally just jump up and get double hits. You can use Shaman Stone instead of Mark of Pride here, definitely. Most people will choose Mark of Pride, though. I would not choose Mark of Pride here, but most people would, so I'm going to use it. For this attack, you can most of the time just, like, dive, but if you can't, right under me, right here, you see those 2 little bumps in the floor? Those 2 little divots there in the texture? You stay on the right side right here, and the spits, most of the time, don't hit there, and if they do, you literally have to move a couple pixels to the left or the right. Like, here I can already do this. See, look right there. See right where I was standing? Right on the right side of those two little bumps? Where that little gap is right on my right there? Yeah, see? You'd be perfectly safe right there. And yeah, just basically just pogo and you fireball. That's literally how you beat this boss. A little tiny bit of patience is needed, but overall it's pretty fast. In Radiant Binding, she's the freaking worst. But in just Radiant, he's honestly not even a hard boss. Like, hit and then is dead. Boop. And basically, you just gotta do everything within your power to just, like, kill the jars as quickly as you can. Being right beside him and then doing a shriek is a very sound strategy to deal a lot of damage really quickly. But other than that, he's just such an easy boss. It doesn't even matter because you just have to sit there, bop bop bop. The strategy is literally just to boop 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 and then bap bap bap, kill all the jars, and yeah, it's over then. Now, God Tamer is slightly different. You want to hit the Tamer and get soul at the beginning of the fight. Alright? And basically, you either want to stick to the wall. There's two strategies you can do here. You can do a pogo strat, which is less safe, or you can do a strat where you stick on the walls, and then when you come down, absolutely decimate the health with a dive, and get a multi-hit with dive. And you can wait till the Tamer's pretty close. Boom. See? Just really all spells except Shriek work here. And you could try Shriek, but that would be extremely risky. Okay, Crystal Guardian. Crystal Guardian is a joke. A complete joke of a fight. You literally just do this. Bop, 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 bop. You don't even have to use any charms here. Like, it's just that easy. Just like spam the nail. If you want to use steady body here, go ahead. Use steady body here. Just kind of just like bop, 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 bop. And just like it's like the same thing as Broody Moloch, essentially. And Rage Guardian is the exact same fight, except does double damage and is a little bit faster and has a little bit more health. Except double damage here means nothing, and so the fact that it's a little faster is kind of nothing. Kind of doesn't even matter. Overall, it's the exact same fight. Like that, see? You do the exact same thing, jumps across the arena, and you kind of just don't want to dash at all unless you're dashing through the boss. Otherwise, you don't know where it's headed, so don't panic dash away when he jumps. So, alright, Umu! Yeah, you just jump between platforms here, get 2 hits off. If you don't suck, like me, apparently, you can get 2 hits off. And you can really lure the attacks in this fight. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. And you can get, if the positioning's right, you can get more than just a couple, boop, and just like that, yay! You can if you want to be really safe though, you can really just like ignore the fact. You could really just ignore the fact that you can hit Uma yourself and just like just only shoot the jellies at her. You can just do that. That's easy. That way it's pretty easy. But like you can also just get a lot of double hits off. Anyways, you can get a lot of hits at the beginning of the fight. Unfortunately, I was too busy talking. Anyways, Trader Lord, not even that difficult of a boss. Not when you have max abilities, at least. Which you should if you're in Godhome. Be careful. He always, at least once in his fight, unless you kill him fast enough, will do a double, like, giant wave. But basically, you just hit and go around him and just, like, do some crazy movement. Nah, you just can just like shade dash through him, just like bop bop bop, chip bop 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 bop, chip bop 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 bop, chip bop 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 bop, and just like the other bosses. And why is GPZ not here? What the frick? Here. Soul Warrior is hardly a boss. Let's be honest here. He becomes a bit more of a boss when he gets all his minions here. Let's be honest, a boss should never show up 4 times in one game. Anyways. Yeah, no, he's super simple. He doesn't even need an explanation. Okay, Soul Master. That was embarrassing. Alright. Now, really you just gotta be patient and you wanna chase him a little bit and like there's a couple things you can do to speed the fight up. But like you also just wanna be patient, but also chase. Don't like only dash when you know where he's gonna be in the next thing. But like boom, say he's super fast to kill. For this, you can get hits off if you jump up right before he spawns in, but don't keep going after like don't jump up like after 4 times because if you because there's a chance that when you dash, like he'll just be there. Like, when in your dash, he'll just be right in front of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's why I failed this on my first. But no, you can just, like, spam Shriek in the last thing there. Alright, Soul Tyrant is a much harder boss. Is a bit harder than Soul Master, I'd say. To dodge his attack, you really just gotta do a double jump. I mean, you could literally do a single jump. I just think it's safer to do one. And you can always dodge his attack, dodge that attack, if you just, like... Hang on, I'll show you. But no, you like, this one, you can always just do that. There's upswing and dash. And then you'll always be safe. Like this? Yeah. I missed. Huh? And for this one, you both gotta be patient and not patient at the same time. You just gotta jump in between the things. Like, that's it. And you can chase his thing there. I've never ever seen that happen in my life. What the frig was that? A couple times weird stuff like that can happen, but don't count on it happening type thing. and like he'll always spawn on the other side of the arena as you after that attack. That's why I preemptively used that move. And for this one, you can do the exact same thing. You want to be really quick about it though. And you could do this, boop boop, boop boop, boop boop. But again, just don't get carried away. I don't recommend using Shriek in that last thing. I recommend hitting and then using Fireball. Hit Fireball, hit Fireball, hit Fireball. That's the best way you can do that. Okay, Dung Defender. Now, normally you could just like hit him through the floor with a dive, and that'll disrupt his attack. But yeah, you just chase this guy. Just chase him, bro. Absolutely chase him. Don't give him an instant to breathe. Like, you could just like fully destroy him. And you can fully skip this phase just by using dive, and boom. Whole thing's over. He's a pathetic boss. And if you're wondering how I keep on like skipping their scream, I'm using a thing where I press the map. I press the map right immediately after, like right when they're doing their scream. So it actually lets you keep moving and do everything while their scream's actually happening. Okay, Dung Defender. For that attack, you have to dash away. For this one, you can do a hit and run like that, or you can just, like, you know, boop, 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 boop. You could juggle if you want to. That's how you juggle. And for these ones, you can't hit him out of the ground with dive. You can use Shriek the moment he comes out of the ground, though. Like this. And then you get big damage. He's going way too fast to juggle right now. Right here, I could do this. And for this attack, you really just gotta, like... Yeah, you just use Shriek and then hit him. Yeah. Watcher Knights. Watcher Knights are really easy when it comes to this. You really just gotta do this, bop, bop, bop. Like, you can just kill them the instant they come alive, almost. You really just gotta go back and forth, bop, bop, bop. And just spam spells, essentially. Basically just spam spells to your heart's content. Be a little bit more careful in this guy, I guess. You don't have to. It's just, you know, safe. You just spam the hell out of these bosses. And that's basically how you do it. Just use all the spells you can. And they'll die, because they have really low HP. Now, No Eyes. No Eyes is my least favorite boss in the game. I don't care what anyone says. I hate No Eyes. But basically, you just want to go between these two platforms and just be so patient. Like, it's so annoying, bro. I'd be so patient. I would not recommend using Abyss Streak, because every single time you hit No Eyes, she has a 33% chance of switching places. And Abyss Streak hits 4 times, and it does 120 damage when you have Shaman Stone when it hits 4 times. And that's the max damage it does. So it does 30. So it does 30 damage a hit. But for 2 hits, it does 60 damage. But for two hits on freaking Fireball, it does 80 damage. So there's no point in actually using Abyss Shriek because chances are she's going to get out of the way. Oops. By the way, she gets faster and faster, and I recommend charging and I forgot to do this whole time because I haven't fought her in so long. Charge a Nail Art and just obliterate her with 1 hit. Yeah, just charge Nail Arts the whole time, and if you see a chance to do it, just release the Nail Art and use a spell. Basically, that's what you got to do. Marmu. Anyways, Marmu, the worst boss to do hitless. Honestly, I hate Marmu, and you really just gotta spam dive. That is your only method of beating this boss consistently. Or you can try the dumb strat where you do the dumb strat where you go like this, or you just bop 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 bop. But he actually accelerates to an insane amount randomly, almost randomly. There is a pattern. It's very hard to read though. Basically, yeah, no, you gotta lure Zero's attacks because Zero is a prick and likes to make everything harder than it needs to be. And you just want to sit on the middle platform, really. And like, there's a couple ways you could do this fight, but you could use Nail Arts and destroy Zero that way. That's a really good way to do it. Like that. I recommend using Nail Arts to kill Zero, and save all of your spells to the end, and then just the moment he starts to go into his second phase, just obliterate him with spells and don't let him even enter it. Now it's time for the dreaded Marcotte. Everyone thinks that Marcotte's the hardest boss to do Radiant. There's 100% an argument to be made for that. I am not one of those people. I don't think that Radiant Marcotte is that hard at all. No, of course he's hard, but like, I think that it's a little over exaggerated. Basically, you want to stick on the top 2 platforms or the walls. Or both! Doesn't actually matter. You can do whatever you want. I just recommend sticking on the top 2 platforms or the walls. And you just gotta wait for him to go into to start his little attack there. You gotta always be charging a Nail Art. You always want to be on the opposite side of him. Never let him get close because of his stupid shield. Sometimes you won't be able to hit him. That's fine. Sometimes you will. That's fine too. Basically, you just want to stick on the opposite side of him at all times. You gotta know what his movement patterns look like. You gotta know everything about it. Basically, yeah, you just gotta stick to one place, or two places, really. And you gotta be hella patient. This one, you really got to move around a lot. Yeah, for this phase, just, you got to move. That's all. You just got to get some movement going on. But don't get, like, too antsy or nothing. You still got to keep your composure and stuff like that. Otherwise, you're going to die. Don't try to, like, rush the boss. They'll try to keep as patient as humanly possible. Boom. See? Yeah, basically that's all you gotta do. You just gotta stay so patient and just keep on hitting him when he's at the right range, and yeah. Just stay away from him. That's all you gotta do. He's not that difficult. Now it's time for Galeon. Galeon's not that hard. You can choose to dash out of the way of his attacks. You can choose not to. And for this guy, yeah, no, you really just gotta. Galeon is not difficult to do Radiant. Galeon, Radiant. Just stay patient, you know? Don't get too antsy. Don't be like, oh yeah, I got this. I'm just gonna spam the hell out of Shriek and win. Because chances are you're gonna die if you do that. Because you really just gotta be patient with him. Like, you can spam Shriek lots. Shriek is definitely the thing to use. But only use Shriek when it's completely safe. Like, there's a lot of moments that are completely safe, but like lots of them aren't completely safe. Alright, now the Great Mind Gorb! You just want to spam nail arts, really. That's it. It's the whole fight. Yeah, just be patient, spam nail arts, stay on one platform unless he's like right on top of you. Spam nail arts and spells. Don't forget spells. Dash slash is not recommended here. I don't recommend dashing to any other platforms because he could easily just spawn right there. And then you're dead. And just like that, dead. Yeah, patience, nail arts, spells, and then you win. Fuck. Elder Who. Do I really need an explanation for why Elder Who is easy to beat? There's a little strategy that not a lot of people know about, and that's Shade Dash. Yeah, you can just Shade Dash through everything he does. Like, watch this. Boop. 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 You just Shade Dash through everything he does. Yeah, Shade Dash. You time it right, you can Shade Dash through anything he does. Boop. See? Boop. Shade Dash. Boom. And yeah, that just makes the fight so easy. He's just such an easy boss. And I accidentally pressed the tune, but it doesn't even matter. The strat will work no matter what. Oro and Mado. Alright, Oro and Mado. Not a difficult boss, really. If you know how to fight it. Same thing along the lines of just like, just hit, shade dash through, hit, shade dash through, hit, shade dash through, boop, boom. Hit, shade dash through. Like, that's all you gotta do. And then in this one, Dream Nail, hit, Fireball spam, and yeah. You really just target the one closest to you. That's it. The Mado has more health than Oro does, but it doesn't matter because they're both really easy. You just shade dash through them over and over and over, and if that doesn't work, I don't know, improvise. I can't really tell you all the possible things that could ever happen because there's a lot. Now, Paintmaster Shio, he's pretty easy. He's similar to Pure Vessel in a way. For that one, you literally just jump over it. For this one, you shade dash through it. Or you can just, like... And he only has a couple attacks. It's, like, super repetitive. And for this, you just do the bop, bop, bop. And you go right next to one of the ones that's already fallen. You just shade dash right towards him with that one. Like, with this one, you just stand right next to one of the ones that's just fallen. Because they won't go, like, side by side. They have a little gap in between them. And for this one, you literally just... It's super simple. I dodge all the attacks the same way every time. I did not even mean to click that. I dodge the attacks the same way every time, so you can look at how I'm doing this. And boom, buddy. Easy fight. And Sly, a lot of people say Sly is really hard. I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you. Alright? Here, I'll show you why. Because there is such an easy way to do this fight. Nailmaster's Glory helps here quite a bit. There's no point in trying to get extra hits off on there. You just hit the Windows Cyclone, you just pogo his body once, You just pogo his body once and then dash away from him. Honestly, that's the safest way to do it. What the heck? I've never seen that happen before. And for this one, is a little bit more technical. Every time he gets really close to you on a dash, you dash the opposite direction of him. Like this, and boop. Always have a nail art charged, alright? You just kind of want to not look directly at him. Just absorb your surroundings, kind of, you know? See, you know, you just do that. Remember, you are brothers, dreams of glory. And yeah, no, Sly's super easy. Literally no sweat. Pure Vessel. He's a pretty hard boss, but he's definitely easier than the ones we've already done. So Pure Vessel, you want to keep him on the edge of your screen. With that attack, really just dash through it. What's the point in not? And parries are such a good thing here. With this attack, I always just do this and then dive. Gets me some extra damage, and it's a guaranteed way to dodge that attack. And yeah, basically you really just want to keep him kind of on the edge of your screen. Like, boom. See, and just use spells when you got him. And just make sure you maneuver around him just fine. Pogos are really helpful here. You just want to be pogoing a lot. Pogo a lot. But other than that, he's pretty easy. Grim is also pretty easy. Let's be honest here. In my RadHoG 0S0, in my RadHoG AB 0S0A, honestly, he was pathetic. Like, I beat him in like 2 tries. And every single time he does his attack there, every single time he does that, at the end he will always end with a double, like a double layer one. He'll always end the thing. He'll do 3. He does the same pattern every time. Kind of. Also, people say that this doesn't do damage, but watch his health there. It goes down. It definitely goes down. The damage only happens after you hit him. After the attack's finished, though. See, look, it always finishes with those 2. And he has 3. 1 at the beginning. 1... Or no, he always does... Yeah, he always does 2, sorry. Oh, yeah, he always does 3. Yeah. There's 2 in the middle and 1 at the end. And you can always just hit him there and then go right next to where he's, like, jumped up. Like, goes, hwah, hwah. And you can always go right beside him and the fireball will just land right next to you. And you will be perfectly fine. You can also fully cheese it just by spamming Shriek at the beginning of his balloon phase, and he'll just trigger another balloon phase, and then you just do 2 at the beginning of his other balloon phase. Anyways, NKG. Anyways, NKG is not that hard. Basically, you just want to be kind of not really patient is the word, but like. With this, you just want to be right next to him with that attack, and you just got to be able to recognize the spike floor, just dash under it, just dash, and then, like with this one, you just do Shriek, and it'll stagger him like most of the time, and it will do damage. Remember, hitting him in his bat phase will do damage. Most people think it doesn't. They're wrong. Listen to me. I'm probably better than them anyway. Not probably. I'm definitely better than them anyway. The hitboxes on the spikes are very generous. And if you don't suck, you can get a dash slash off of them there, or you can be a lot more careful and use a fireball. And just try not, when you get to like this point, try not to choke type thing. You know, like here, I'll show you what a fireball would look like here. But like, and you'll know when you should use it, like, cause like right after that double attack there. And you just go over him here, boop, boop, and shriek. See? Although I'm pretty sure dash slash does more damage, but that's okay. Actually, yes, dash slash does do more damage. And boom, see? NKG defeated. Alright, now we're gonna do Grey Prince Zope and I have to go do another save file. You know, everyone thinks that GPZ is the most RNG boss in the game. No, that's Marmot. But, no, Grey Prince Zope's honestly not that bad. Boop. And now you go all the way up, and then you do this. Boop, 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 boop. You just gotta really abuse dive here. Like right here, you just use dive. A lot of people have no idea how to dodge that attack. I don't blame them. It's not common knowledge to use dive to dodge an attack. You go up. And yeah, no, it's like... And really, you just gotta know how to spam, bro. And just like that, boom, see, he's dead. You just gotta really be spamming, like... And if you're not spamming, you're not gonna win. So patience is not the thing here. Don't be patient. Honestly, just don't do it. Okay, now it's favorite part of the thing because it's time to do my favorite boss. Yay! Absrad. Absrad's my favorite boss in the game, 100%. But Absrad is the hardest boss to do. Is the hardest boss in the game and the hardest boss to do Radiant. But you really just gotta master Shriek and Dive. And once you master Shriek and Dive and know when to use those, then it's easy. Really use Dive and then reposition and then you Shriek. Like, that's the whole thing. You gotta know how to manipulate. And most of the time it's a good idea to dive through the things here. Because she can sometimes do attacks while you're dashing through. While you're dashing through the side beam. And for this one, really the whole thing, just jump away, dash towards, jump away, dash towards, jump away, dash towards, like, and then the the thing becomes very easy. Jump away, dash towards, jump away, dash towards. Everyone knows the strat for this. Pogo, pogo, pogo. And then, like, dash away when the thing comes towards. And then they go off screen, and once they go off screen, they disappear. And boom! That's how you do all bosses Radiant. Of course, I didn't do all the bosses Radiant because I am on a time crunch here. And I just did all the bosses hitless. So, that's helpful.